For a vulnerable child who's not in any program like what we have in Kids Alive, it's a very difficult life. It's basically street life. Facing dangers every day, running away from people who might, if it's girls and men who might abuse them. If it's boys, the dangers of drifting into drugs and alcohol. It's a very difficult life.
HIV and AIDS, it's still there. And children are still suffering. They are losing their parents every day, and they have no one to take care of them.
HIV and AIDS is very common. It actually struck a lot within the middle age. This middle age was wiped out faster. And then the age that is a bit on top is either the older people are looking after the children or the children are looking after the older people. So it goes both ways.
You know, children are the most vulnerable. They are the most vulnerable sheep, and they can easily be led astray. So the opportunity to work with them and shepherd them to become God-fearing children with the hope of making it in life on their own, it increases our faith.
When you bring them into a facility, they have never even seen possibly a toilet, so to say. It's a battle. Because when they look at the water that is just in the pan there, it's cleaner than the water they drink at home. So how do you force a child, or how do you help a child use a toilet which has cleaner water than the one he drinks at home?
In the early days when they're just rescued, they can eat a whole loaf of bread alone because they believe that they will not see another loaf the next day.
So our children, for them to find themselves in Kids Alive, it is a blessing to them because one, the food is given to them. 2, they have shelter. 3, they are given education.
We feel humbled that in a small way we can be part of the heart of God, taking care of vulnerable children. So we are deeply humbled. Sometimes we feel like we don't deserve that, but we count it a blessing that we can be part of the team that can help someone. Every day it is a miracle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12. Kapokayosi, abala majumbo. Open. Piki piki naga piki doli. Piki piki naga piki doli. Nakasanga naga piki doli. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12. Kapokayosi, abala majumbo.
Nicholas Kue in Mongu has been one of our most outstanding children who have grown up in Kids Alive. From a tender age, we have seen that he had a calling. He had a calling to be a pastor or to preach the word of God.
I want to do law and economics. That's a career, but my calling is becoming a pastor.
His background was that he was, both his parents died. We actually picked him from the streets of the little town Mongu.
I was living in a part of Mongu that is known as Limulunga. The other people would call it the dark city. It's kind of rough, where you see these young boys and girls not going to school, just drinking and smoking. That's where I've grown up. I was born in a family of 8. Most of them kept dying every month, every month. And mostly, no one would assist me and my family. That's how I remained with my last sister, who is still living up to now. So she would sacrifice herself, should go there, do prostitution just to see me out. Some people used to tell her, no, there is somewhere you can take this kid.
When we first admitted him to our children's homes in Mongu, he was a very shy boy, but always very hungry. Most of these kids who come to Kids Alive are from the streets or from situations where they've never experienced a father figure mother. And so the aim of Kids Alive, one of our goals is to restore or introduce them to a family unit.
We call him Uncle Kongwa. That is the man who's seen this ministry from its start. I call him uncle, I call him dad, I call him friend. He's a good man. He's a man who moves from one country to another just to find sponsorship for me. He's a man who prays every night that tomorrow I might be someone great. So he's more than dad, he's more than a friend, he's more than uncle. He has done what my parents couldn't do. You know, certain times I ask God why it happened, but certain things, if my mom was alive, she might not have done what dad would have done, but everything happens for the good of those who worship God. So he's a man who has seen me there. I remember last time I was cut. I was playing football, then I was cut. He had to put me on his back, take me to the hospital himself. I was just crying, I was just crying, I was just crying. He's a man who is proud to call me his son.